Hello. Today I'm going to talk about how to set up your fungi mold lab. This is the main lab that you do at home where you can use things that you have around the house. You're going to need at least one orange. I have a lot, depends on what kind of cheese you use. This I just got over at the cafeteria. So I would really suggest you try to find cheese that's not as processed, because you really are trying to encourage the microbes that are in there to grow. And so this would not be your best choice. But nonetheless, it's what I got today. And I also got a piece of bread. And so you'll have bread, cheese, and an orange, part of an orange in each baggie. So you're also going to need 5 Ziploc bags. You'll want to write instructions that anyone can follow so that you end up with the exact same results. They could follow your instructions exactly. So if you put a piece of cheese in a bag, they're not going to know the size, they're not going to know where you place it. All that turns out to be kind of important. So let's start with the orange. So you start with an orange, and so go ahead and cut it into very equal slices. You'll need 5 the same size. You will really want to make sure you have peeling, so don't take the peel off, because there's a whole lot of mold that can grow, that the spores are in that rind. So you tell us exactly how to cut this baby up. You tell us exactly what size. If you're going to slice it in half, and then the widest part that will be 1 inch wide, tell us, so I could do the same thing if I wanted to. And then put each of those slices into a baggie. So you'll have 5 baggies, each with 1 slice of orange in it. People do cheeses the different ways. I try to get non-super processed like this, but whatever you decide, it has to be the same exact size in each baggie. So if you've went ahead and gotten have some block cheese that you cut some pieces off, tell us that it's 1 inch by 1 inch squares, 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch, or whatever cube size, or whatever, however you decide to measure it. Go ahead and tell us those measurements exactly so that someone else could duplicate it. And you put exactly the same size cheese in each one. Same with bread. A lot of times I have people just go ahead and put a whole piece of bread in each one, but you could actually cut it. So you could put 4ths, or and then you end up with leftover piece of bread there. But on the bread, I'd really encourage you to try to find some that doesn't have so much preservatives, so many preservatives in them. A student found out just this last year that she was using hot dog buns. Well, apparently those are preservatives. They just get hard and dry, that nothing grows on them. And so if you have some access to some bread that has no preservatives, some home-baked bread, that would be awesome and perfect. And once again, you want to tell us exactly what size to put in each one. Then the last thing you'll want to tell us is where they're going to place it. And so are you going to have them touching each other in the baggie? Are you going to have the bread, the cheese, and the orange slice on top? Whatever you decide, go ahead and explain it to us. You can, if you have a cell phone that has a camera, or you have a camera, it's not a bad idea to take a picture of your setup and then put it with your lab. So you're going to write this procedure and post it in the blog, in the Fungi blog. There's a link in the assignments there for you, and under Module 1. And when you start posting it, I can go in and see what you're doing and give you feedback and say, okay, what about this? What about that? And kind of help clean it up. So in the end, you have exactly what you need to just copy and paste into your final lab report.